Father Darren Zanley couldn't believe it when Pope Francis announced Father Augustine Tolton as a candidate for sainthood.
I wrote a paper on Father Tolton in college. I often stay in a parish not too far from him when I'm back home, and I walk the same streets that he walked. It was a glorious morning. I could not be happier.
Tolton was born a slave in Brush Creek, Missouri, April 1st, 1854. He was a young child when he and his family escaped from slavery.
His mother decided it was time to flee the plantation, and so she fled in the dark of night and made her way to Hannibal, Missouri. They encountered Confederate and Union soldiers there at the same time. So the Confederate soldiers tried to take them back to the plantation. The Union soldiers said, no, right now they're in Union territory. And so the Union soldiers were told to help them get a boat, put them on the boat, got them across the river.
Union soldiers helped Tolton and his family settle in Quincy, Illinois,
which at that time was a major stop on the Underground Railroad.
As a young man, Tolton attended St. Boniface Church, then served at St. Peter's. It was there a priest asked him a question that changed his life.
And at some point along the way, Father McGurr asked, have you ever thought about being a priest? And Gus said, well, there aren't any black priests, Father. And Father McGurr said, well, maybe not in the U.S., but across the world there are black priests. And he said, you could be the first one here.
After being rejected by seminary schools in the U.S., Tolton left the country.
Gus was accepted to the seminary in Rome. So he left Quincy for that. Spent 5 years in Rome studying philosophy and theology.
On April 24th, 1886, Tolton was ordained a priest in Rome, then returned to Quincy to serve.
1,500 people met Father Gus at the railway station. A brass band was there, a carriage with 4 white horses. I took him up to St. Boniface Church for his first Mass.
Father Tolton grabbed headlines for becoming the nation's first African-American priest. While serving in Chicago, Father Tolton died of a heat stroke, July 9, 1897, at the age of 43. His body was returned to Quincy, where it is buried. Now, church investigators are trying to determine whether Father Tolton has 2 miraculous healings. Now, if he does, he will be blessed by the Pope and then declared a saint.